Guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines. We're playing Parklife. We are quite busy over here at the water plant or the water treatment plant, and we're not getting the required garbage collection, but I think that's what this guy is going to do right now. Okay, in the last episode we were busy doing some work on the park. And I think this thing is still open, and I was kind of waiting for this thing to fill up, and I never got around to doing that. So we'll probably just have to keep an eye on it in this episode so that we can fill in some of the other things for this park. What are we going to do in this episode? I would very much like to see about filling in some of this. At the moment we've got no natural residential demand. We can obviously do a little something about that. We could obviously do a little something about that, or we could do some more kind of office development right over here. So let's try and do that. Let's have a quick look at the topography of this area, even if we don't do the actual topography. So let's have a look there. Okay, so we can see that they're quite layered up here all the way to this feature over here. So what we could do is we could do little dead-end roads and use that as almost little terraced setups for some buildings. I like that piece as well. Over here it's pretty straightforward to do that, given the way we've sorted things out over here. The question is just how exactly would we do it? Would we actually try and run it in from this side? I would imagine that's probably a little better to do. Okay, so let's switch. Well, we should probably switch that on, while at the same time, where was it? Over here. While at the same time then, no, doing this. Okay, so let's grab a road, almost kind of stock standard road. We'll see about what we do over here, and then I'll kind of try and follow the big contour over here. So if we run a little something like that, should work somewhat. Something like this. Something like, what the hell is going on over there? This one over here could actually do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. That's okay. It could actually run all the way up here. Yeah, that's gonna work. I think that is a fairly decent use of it. We'll open up the view to see how best we can look at that. Now on this side, okay, so we have a bit of a right in right out setup arrangement happening. That side is pretty tricky, so I'm kind of tempted for us to do a little something over here. So let's just page that up a little. And I'm almost tempted to do a little bit of a turn. Say something like that. Okay, how does that work? Well, it'll give us some buildings. It'll give us some buildings. Now let's page that up a little. So if we do that, it'll again give us some buildings, right? Okay, let's get rid of this so we can see how that looks. It's not brilliant, but it's going to fill it in a little bit more in this area. The question is that what we want? Is that looking okay? I've already got the zoo here. I've got lots of open space. I feel we need to fill in a little bit more. So let us indeed fill this in a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go for the. No, we don't have anything in the along the lines of freight, but potentially this area could use a little bit of industrial stuff going on here. There isn't anything in here, right? Natural resources. Oh, over on this side we have a little bit, but over here nothing. Maybe a little bit of this. So I'm not too keen on doing it that way. So let's skip out of that, and we'll just go standard offices over here. Let's fill it in something like so. like so. Get a little bit of the stuff going over there. Let's do that. Yeah, we can fill it in a little better over here. See how that works. All of this, all of that. That's okay. I don't know what's going on over here, but that's not what we're gonna do. So let's fill in that one over there. We can have one big one over here, a little smaller, something on the edge there, something like that. Yeah, fill in that entire piece right there, and so and so. And that's kind of what we can do over here. Of course, we're going to need something along the lines of water. So if we do that, we can see we'll run water alongside here, and we'll tie it in over there. Like so. There we go. Water is filling in nicely over there. So that's something that could work. I think the way we've used made use of the contours is working a little bit better over here. This area could look a little interesting. What I needed to do was actually grab the traffic manager president and just make sure that these guys don't make the turns like that. These are going to stay right in the right out roads. Similarly over here, straight through there, like that and like that. This one there, like that and like that. This one there, and this one here. Yeah, there we go. So I've got some right in right outs over here, and I'm kind of tempted that on this side I think we should do a little bit of residential, and at the same time what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fix our residential demand somewhere so we can actually maintain some residential growth here. This is again going to be a little bit higher density, like so. Yeah, like that, like that. That's pretty good. Have a little bit in there, like so. There we go. Nice. I like that. Let's just give that some water too. That gives the entire piece water over here, so that should work quite well. So that's a little bit of infill happening right over there. I like it. Okay, I wanted to actually, oh, you know what I needed to do was look at the subway thing that we've got going on over here. It's extremely busy, really busy. Let's quickly have a look at those lines, just to make sure we've got an appropriate number of vehicles actually. Oh, and we should also maybe have a look at doing our first, some of our routes over here. And a balloon. Yeah, we can do some of these cool things that's in the Parklife DLC. So if we have a look at our, it's this one, right? Metro. Oh no, that's tram. This is Metro line 1. It's only got the 2 vehicles. So let's open that one up and we'll see. So let us add 2 more vehicles to the mix. That should help things out a little bit. It is getting it's now becoming a pretty busy line. Yeah. They're all on the one side there. I think what we should do is add 2 more vehicles. Yeah, about 6 of them should hopefully do the trick over here. Good stuff. The other thing that I was wanting to do was actually see about running one through here. So what we could do is we could start looking into a placement over here somewhere. So let's flip it over this side, see what kind of placement we can have over here from the metro station's point of view. Metro. I don't think I've got any cool double lines, do I? That's tram, urban metro, just the one station slot itself. Small inner city, simple inner city, and inner city. It's just got the one, right? It's just the one there. So I'm tempted to actually place it somewhere over here. Tempted to place it. Alternatively, we can place it somewhere like that. If we're going to start running it this way, we can place it somewhere like this as a start there. So we'll place that one. Then I was tempted to place one probably around here somewhere. Then we're gonna run up here. So the question is, do we then also place one more here? Yeah, that spot is almost very good for it. Let's indeed do that. We'll place one over there. Then what we'll do is we'll go to the middle of this piece over here and try not to knock down big buildings though. But that is probably not going to be possible for us. So maybe something like this over here somewhere. Nice, yeah, let's do that. Now, somewhere close to the tram station, I was thinking maybe this slot right over there. These guys can actually walk across from that side. So we've got that one there. So if we have... Where do we want to go? We want to run straight down here, right? So foreseeably we want to put something over here. Right, then we'll have another over there. And then we'll have, let's say, one more over here, and we'll tie it into that one like so. Actually, we'll slot it in right over here somewhere. Like so. There we go. Now let's hook them up. And let's go underground so we can actually see this. So, and let's make sure to grab this one. Like that. Where am I tying that into? Over there. This one. Oh, I actually wanted to squeeze in one more over here somewhere. I think that would be beneficial if we can do something like that. How can I squeeze one in here before we do that? Like so. Like that, and what we'll do is we'll just tie this one in like so. Now they are looking like they're tying in over there, but that's going to be actually where they end the other line. So these two lines will kind of end there. Then we can start looking at maybe a line that runs through here somewhere and up there. That would be pretty good for metro lines. Yes, I wanted to build one more of these. Do we have something that is the other orientation? No, they all have that same orientation, apart from maybe this one, that one. That one's got a funny orientation. No, so really what we need to do is we need to do something like this. Yeah, and to be honest, it can probably work like that. Do we have a station? We don't have a station over there. Where are our closest stations? We really don't have stations over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to plop it in there and we'll just tie them together like so. That's going to be as simple as that. How does this one work? No, same thing. Same setup. So let's do a little something like that. And a little something like that. There we go. So that's now tied together. So now what we can do is we can actually start our new line over here. So we'll start it over there. Plop it in here, over there, over there, over there, over there, over there, and over there. Then we're coming back. All the way through here. Like so, and end it over there. Now 3, let's add one more vehicle to make it 4. Let's change the color to something like a nice blue color, like that. Perfect. There we go. Now that's our second line up and running. Good stuff. Hopefully we'll get some upgrades over here, but yeah, this is getting pretty hectic. We're getting some pretty hectic public transport coverage going on over here. I'm tempted to start looking at something that runs through here. Got a bit of a bus situation running through here, but I think we need more and better stuff. What? Oh no. This thing. Switch it off. See, I need it. It's a disaster. Oh my goodness. Where is all this water going? Oh my goodness, we're flooding the entire area over here. I wonder if that'll keep going. I'm hoping that it'll stop flooding soon. People are drowning. Not really. Walking straight through there. No problems whatsoever. Yeah, I should have kept a closer eye on that. My goodness. Let's see what happens with this water over here. It's a bit of a marshland now. Okay, so with that in place, we can actually come back to the park and quickly plop in those pieces that I was tempted to get. So like the park pier. Okay, so we can definitely add one over there. A bit of a park pier. What is this one? Another park pier over here somewhere. Maybe a little bit around that corner there. Anything else? Okay, another one. Say around there. I like these park piers. Let's add one more. That should be pretty good. And maybe one more over here. Now that's a quite significant number of park piers over there. I'm almost tempted to give it a little bit of a gravel road, yeah. So if we do a little something like, say that. Like so. Come on. Already occupied. That's not working quite well. Come on. Why are you snapping? Let's just get the snapping switched off. That'll help a lot. Come on. Something like that. Messes around with my pathways though. Completely messes with it. But at least now people can hang out on the water there. Hang out on the water. There we go. Now people can actually hang out on the lake. I like it. I like it. And we've got another metro line up and running, so people should be quite happy with that. This is filled in. Nice. And that looks pretty good, to be honest. When that fills in, it looks really nice. And I'm kind of tempted whether we should fill in a little bit more. Maybe a little bit on this road at the top here. Let's have a look. What kind of zoning can we get there? Let's do that. Let's fill in a little bit over there. What I'm tempted to do is do a little bit of this. Just to fill in this area a little bit. Like so. That should help us. I wanted to grab a little bit of a pathway over here. Like so. So people can actually walk across there to that direction. Nice, nice. That area is starting to look quite good. We could actually fill in the rest of this. That wouldn't be the end of the world. What I was tempted to do was actually run... No, that's not going to work. So how should we run it down there? Like so. Now at least that's all connected up there, so you can actually walk from the one to the other without having to drive around. That helps a little. These parking spaces are well utilized on the one side at least. This area probably struggling a little bit with some garbage collection, so we may need to assist it with some few things. I haven't actually given it much thought, but we need a bit of a crematorium somewhere. Maybe something like that. Not the best spot for it. A little something over here too, maybe. That's already filled back in, so could squeeze something in there. I think that's decent. I've got at least some of that happening. Okay. We still have some issues with garbage collection over here. I'm tempted to add some garbage collection on this side. But the clean stuff... Wow, it's hot, 39 degrees, people. How are you surviving this? So we're going to do the standard recycling center and see if we can squeeze some of them down here. If we do the big one, we can squeeze the big one in. Well, let's do that. It's a little noisy, but we'll squeeze the big one in there. And then this one. I like that. So there's a little bit of a theme going on over here. It's our city services that we're running over here. Something like so. Nice. So now at least we've got some more services operating in this area over here. So that should help us out a little bit. So this is a bit of a blighted area. Right here next to the railway and over here with some offices over here. Obviously never going to be the nicest spaces, but for the moment they're doing quite well. Did we see a little bit of growth due to these new metro stations over here? And are they busy? They are surprisingly busy. Surprisingly busy, these things. How about this one here, which is the kind of the interchange station? That one Not too busy because it probably gets a lot of action here and people go in any direction they want. Have we lost this water? Yeah, there's a little bit of water still over here, but generally it's still okay. We have some people dying. This guy's gonna sort that out, I'm sure. Sort out the dead people over here. Yes. So that one's sorted out. Yeah, there comes the dead person. Crazy. On the other side, similar thing that still needs to happen. Good stuff. Now, what I'm keen on doing is let's start looking at placing our metro stations on here as well. So if I do standard same old metro stations right over here, and let's actually start it at the corner right over there. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll run it. Well, regardless how we place it, we're going to have some buildings. Here we just lose the one. So that's okay. I feel that we need it here somewhere. Can't actually have it there, but if we squeeze it in there, that works quite well. So yeah, that's a pretty decent one. And that can interchange with that one over there. And then I'm thinking, this one does not actually have zoning on it. So how are we going to do this? Because I definitely need it to be fairly central over here. Yeah, that's going to be important for us to have it fairly central. So at the moment, we're not actually allowing zoning on that road. So what I'm going to have to do is allow zoning. Come on. So if I allow, I think over here, and then we'll place it right in the middle over there. Yeah, I think that's okay. We allow that zoning. Then I'm going to squeeze it in. Well, since that building's already gone now, I'm going to squeeze it in right over there. Okay, nice. So that'll be the spot. And then what we'll do is we will run it somewhere central over here. Yep, like that. Metro station over there. Now, I don't actually have one that does both of them because I wouldn't mind doing a bit of an interchange over here, and then an interchange. Well, and then just tie it into the end over there. But I would want to do a bit of an interchange with this line. That would have been quite good for us. So what I'll have to do between episodes is actually go and try and find a metro station asset that's going to allow me to replace this one with some kind of an interchange one, and maybe even this one. Maybe I'll even change this one to an interchange so I can run one or two more over here. Well, maybe one here and then to the airport, and we'll have one here in the future as well. Yeah, maybe one over here somewhere. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then we run it over here. That looks pretty good. So let's see about tying these things together for now. So that's pretty straight stuff. This one, and I'm going to need to start snapping it again, right? So this one, if we do a little bit like that, and then a little bit like this, yeah, that's working. Then we'll tie it back that way. And tie it back that way. Yeah, that's good too. Now this one is going to be a little tricky. We'll start it from this side. Something like that. Not too bad. Now we need to come and tie it over here. and tie it over there and do an extra one over here. So let's grab it. Where shall we squeeze it in? The way these things are set up, it's not going to work too well if we run it up here. Alternatively, what we could do is we could run it, actually, I would be open to it going in here. Because that will actually tie in a lot of stuff. So we'll do a little something like that. So we'll tie that in together, we'll place, and then we'll run it out here, and there'll be some room for metro stations and stuff on this side over there. But then at least we've got the airport link as well, straight into the inner city over here. That is going to be pretty good. Yeah, so that is looking decent. Okay, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a cut in this episode. Is our water gone? Bit of a desert caused by that, but I think the water is gone now. This thing is emptying. I hope I don't have to really micromanage this thing crazily. Anyway, there we go. So there we go. That's the episode. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next. Do you want a stadium? Do you want us to expand a new area? Do you want us to fill in a little bit more? Give me some ideas. What do you think we should be doing? Do you want to see some more highways being built? What do you want to see? What do you want to see? Tell me, tell me. Oh, and I still need to do some tourist routes as well. So yeah, do you want to see some tourist routes? Okay, thanks for watching. Hit that like button if you've liked it, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.